So the gap we're addressing with the Xevo MRT P10 mass spec is really the compromise between sensitivity and speed. Traditionally, that's where we've seen other instruments have had to make that compromise. Really, now we don't have to make any compromise. And actually, if we go back to the original Xevo MRT, we talked about performance at speed as well. So we have very, very high resolution, fantastic mass accuracy at very high acquisition speeds. Now we've added significant improvement in sensitivity as well. So it's 20 times more sensitive in MSMS mode than the previous instrument. So really the needs are across the board. So we see the need for the sensitivity has come about because our customers want to have a much deeper understanding of the mechanisms of biology at a very, very detailed level, but they don't want to sacrifice the ability to go fast because they have such high throughput demands as well. So fast acquisition again is really critical to be able to run as many samples as possible. But what is absolutely critical for those labs is to be able to do that without any issues around the data quality. So they still be able to maintain very high data quality, even running at speeds up to 200 hertz, which is incredibly fast. Now that means that they can now run run times maybe sub 1 minute even, but still have enough integrity across the acquisition speeds to be able to accurately quantify and identify the compounds of interest. So we've already seen with the most recent generation of DESI imaging from waters that we've significantly improved the usability already. So it's now seen as a much more accessible technique than it was perhaps in the past. But it's still relatively slow technique when we produce very complex images. So one of the key needs is to be able to speed up the imaging acquisition. With the coupling of the DESI with the Xevo MRT P10, then again, having access to those very high acquisition rates on the Xevo MRT enables us to run much faster imaging as well. So now we're getting into significantly improved speed of capture of images. Then there's going to be a bottleneck with respect to automation. So we can see then the need to be able to automate a lot of the front end. Then there's also a challenge around data processing. And what we see there is the ability to use a lot of AI tools to help us with the data processing side of those very, very complex images to be able to better interpret the data.